Thank you, Chair. So you, in previous rounds of testimony here, have said that 1/3 of the backlog that you have is incomplete applications. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you sit on an incomplete application before abandoning it?
They're incomplete right now. Part of the incomplete 103,000 files are CBSA front-end security screening.
So how long do you sit before you abandon a claim?
I can't abandon a claim on a claim when it's not the claimant's fault that the file is incomplete.
So you would never abandon a claim?
I won't abandon. The board won't abandon a claim
on an incomplete application
because the claimant has done their part. We're waiting.
Okay, so you wouldn't. But are all of the claims that are incomplete, are they all pending CBSA security, or are they incomplete for other reasons as well?
They could be complete for other reasons.
Okay, so if an how many are incomplete for other reasons?
Okay. So the basis of claim form is not complete, but they have a delay. So in part of the...
So for ones that are not CBSA security related, how many are incomplete right now in the backlog?
Do we have the exact numbers? I have the reasons. I don't have the numbers. I can...
Okay, in that case, would you table that with committee?
Sure.
Okay. In that situation, how long would you sit on an application before abandoning it, where it's not CBSA related?
The claimants, we will let the claimants know that they're late, and we give them a delay, and we will activate.
How many have you canceled? How many applications have you abandoned for incomplete claims in the last year?
Last year, total 11,000.
Okay. Okay. And is there a time period or like a set standard for that at all?
Need abandon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Around probably 6 months.
There's no set service standard or... Okay.
I'd like to, if I may.
So before, there was something else that I wanted to clarify. In your testimony to my colleague, you talked about if a claimant with a claim appeared at a Canadian point of entry, that they would be ineligible. Is that correct?
I'm not sure I understand the beginning of your sentence.
Okay, so what you tried, I think what I took from your testimony was that if somebody had left the country with an eligible claim, they would be ineligible. You said that if they presented themselves...
If they claimed and they leave, when they come back and claim again, they're ineligible.
Okay, so I just wanted to get that on the record because it wasn't clear from what you said to my colleague earlier. So just to be clear, if somebody makes a claim, they leave the country, and then they come back in, they are ineligible to continue their claim, and that claim has been abandoned?
It's gone.
How many did you cancel last year due to that? Or in the last several years?
I have the total, which was 11,000. I don't have it.
But that was that 11,000 you said was just because of incomplete applications,
it's
right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a
but
bit
if they start and they leave and it's incomplete, we'll cancel it.
So there's a bit of lack of clarity there on how you're abandoning applications, but I think we might make some amendments to that effect to put some clarity.
Sorry, can I, if you give me 2 seconds, there are different things. There's abandonment, so claimant doesn't file their appropriate documents, they don't fulfill their claim with all the information, we can abandon. There's an claim that's incomplete where front-end security is there, and then there's also the ability of the minister to revoke eligibility. So that's different than an abandonment.
So my understanding is the entire time somebody has an incomplete claim, let's say not for security reason, they would be eligible to get benefits like accommodations, healthcare, supplementary benefits. Would that be correct?
As long as they're claimant, but that's why we go through our system
so do you think would there be a cost savings on benefits if there was a time limit for incomplete applications?
There is right now some timelines.
What is it? You just told me there wasn't.
Okay, claimants can we wait 6 to 8 months to get on average, to get the security screening.
This seems a little like Office Space to me. I'll just
Ms.
leave
Rumpelgarner,
it at
please
that.
allow her to answer the question. I just want to hear the answer, please.
So
I think I have enough what I need to put some amendments on the record for this bill. Thank
Great. I'm okay to. You can complete your answer, please, Ms. Brassard.
there's sometimes 6 to 8 months to give, and we won't abandon until then. Then the claimants have technically, when they arrive, 45 days, and it's been prolonged to 90 days. If after the 6 to 8 months that we got the FES, if the claim is not complete and there's no valid reason, we will proceed to abandonment.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Brassard.
I want to wrap my head around this. Did you say 6 to 8 months to wait for CBSA screenings? And you can't do anything until you get information from CBSA on those 6 to 8 months.
First, I want to say CBSA is working very diligently at this, and I get that the number of cases that they have. So it's a fact. Now,
Okay.
what they're doing is a security screen, and that allows us to know that the person is the person they are. It allows us to make sure that we can proceed with a degree of certainty around identity and security issues.
So in those 6 to 8 months,
Yes.
we don't know if they're safe to be in the country because we're waiting for a security screening, right? In those 6 to 8 months, they're collecting all the benefits. That's correct? While they're here as asylum seekers?
They're asylum seekers, and they're entitled to whatever benefits are due
So
to
they're
to
collecting
them.
all of that. Then there's a process of 90 plus days before abandoning?
Unless the claim is actually ready to proceed.
Okay, and then there's the hearing process.
Yes.
So there could be, it sounds like it's almost a year that these folks can be in the country without a proper screening, collecting benefits, waiting, and we don't know if they're safe to be in the country. They're collecting benefits, and they're tied up in the system. I disagree with my colleague opposite on we're par with Germany. Germany is a country that has double the population we have, and they're in the heart of the European Union, surrounded by 28 other countries. This is Canada. So there's 290,000 people. Let's just call it 300,000. That's an exorbitant number of people, and it takes very, very long to process these. When do you anticipate catching up?
Well, we are able to do now 80,000 claims a year. We're aiming for more than that.
But
And-
every year you're getting more.
Well, it depends on how many we're going to get every year, and if the intake is actually reduced, we're able to catch up on the accumulated inventory.
It seems to me like an endless process. Like there's no end to this thing.
It's a difficult situation, and it's a new one, considering that it's the last 2
Of
years
course.
that has accumulated that.
Because it's a situation that this government has created, quite frankly, because asylum seekers get to jump the queue. They get in front of all the other immigration streams, and this is an easy way for them to get in. Now, speaking about abandoned, how many self-abandoned?
Withdrawals,
1 minute.
4,000.
Sorry?
4,000 last year. I believe.
4,000 in the whole. So those 4,000
Abandoned.
people came, took the benefits for the state.
No, I don't know for how long they stayed. What I can tell you
Yeah.
is that last year, 4,000 abandoned their
Abandoned.
claim.
So you
They
made a
withdrew
point
their
earlier.
claim.
So if they do leave the country and they go back to their country and come back, I mean, shouldn't that be an automatic? There's no meeting to be had there.
Well-
They came here fleeing persecution. Why would they be immediately, the ruling
They're
should be
eligible
immediate? Should
when
it
they
not?
come back.
I'm sorry?
They're ineligible when they come back.
Immediately, that minute.
Then they're not with us.
So, okay, so then the CBSA gets the deportation order or the right to make that decision?